everybody, and welcome back to Tales from Beyond the Dead Zone. My name is Reed. I'm your friendly, but today maybe not so friendly Dungeon Master. Let's start like we always do with some introductions. I'm Reed. I said that already, but I'm going to say it again. You can find me on TikTok at D&D5E. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Reed Barkowitz. You can find me on Unprepared Casters Arc 8, wherever you get your podcasts. Oh boy, are we coming to some sort of conclusion. Don't miss out on it. It's juicy. You can also find me here wearing fun earrings that I found. They have little lightning rods on them. I'm wearing them in honor of Andromeda. That's me. Let's pass it over to Mara.
Hey everybody, my name's Mara. You can find me on the internet as College of Lore Dropout most places. I'm creeping, writing stuff, and being a nerd on the internet. And I think your shoes are neat.
I'm not wearing shoes.
Well, I didn't say the shoes you
Mara
wear,
likes
just
my
like the
feet.
shoes you own are neat.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate
Your
it.
shoes are
Jess.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Jess. You can find me at Seriously on the internet. And today, this week is my birthday week, which means no one can die. That goes for Reed and also Strange Things. Please don't.
Legally. Yep. Understood.
Legally,
Noted.
birthday week, don't do it.
Noted.
I've had enough.
Understood. Thank you, Jess. CJ.
Hi, I'm CJ, and I'm constantly muted. You can find me on the internet at Scholastic Dragon. That's Scholastic like the book fair, dragon like the mythical creature, one word, but drop the O on dragon. If you don't know what the Scholastic Book Fair is, I can't help you. I just can't. That's it. I'm a game designer. Buy my games. It's cool. Play the
ICJ's game. So true.
Vibe.
Yes.
That's all I got.
Thank you, CJ. Joe.
Oh my god. I'm Josephine. I'm at Scary Dog Friend on Twitter and TikTok. I have an Out of State for Work podcast with my friend Claire34 called Monster Fuckers Anonymous. We just had a stream last Sunday where we were able to help fund for a single native's mom's rent for the month. And we got the goal in like 40 minutes, so thank you to everybody that was there. I'm in a lot of shit. I'm on this tonight I'll be on Girls Run These Worlds. Tomorrow I'll be going Crit RPG, and then lots of other new projects on the horizon. It's sweaty. That's me.
Thank you, Joe. And last but certainly not least, James.
Hi friends, I'm James. You can find me on TikTok at NiceOneJames. You can find me on most other social media at NiceOneJames with like just some underscores put somewhere in there. I don't know, mess around. You'll probably find me eventually. You can also find me if you follow the distant scream you hear in the dead of night. That's me. I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
Incredible. Thank you all so much. Announcements. Hey, if you want to see us all fight each other on Saturday, that's what we're doing this Saturday. Doing a battle royale. It'll be at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come hang out and join us then. Next week on Wednesday, Tales from the Hearth Atlas. We'll have our next episode. That one's winding down. Not too late to catch up. It's only been a couple episodes. But we also only have a couple episodes left. So be sure to catch up and catch the next episode of that then. Also, some exciting news. On next Thursday, a week from tomorrow, we are going to be doing a charity stream raising money for the National Network of Abortion Funds. So we've got some familiar faces, some new faces to the channel. We're really excited. So come hang out with us next Thursday so we can raise some money and have a good, fun time together. That is going to be at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So a couple hours later than we normally do, but it's going to be a great time, and we hope to see you there. Be sure to follow us on TikTok and Twitter at Starlight Tales _. Be sure to join our Discord, which is in our Twitch panels. Be sure to follow us on YouTube. We just hit 100 YouTube subscribers. Thank you so much. I hope you've been enjoying watching all of our past Tales from the Starlight Ocean VODs, which we have been uploading recently, leading up to the return of Tales from the Starlight Ocean on August 6th. We've got so many cool new projects coming up in the works, so many things that are being worked on and being built, and you're not going to want to miss out on them because they're all very exciting. So be sure to follow along with us. Keep checking back in for all of your queer sci-fi Dungeons and Dragons goodness. Am I missing anything? Perfect. All right. Miller, take it away with the intro. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Last episode of Dead Zone, I can't talk about half of it. So if you want to recap, you're going to have to go rewatch the VOD on our YouTube channel. Our party spent about 2 weeks traveling through the dead of the Dead Zone, eventually coming to a planet that was ruined and destructive. And as people began to cast magic, they learned that magic doesn't work in quite the same way they expected it to. As the party was figuring this out, investigating some dried bloodstains on the ground, getting a headache about the dried bloodstains on the ground, Ben and Ellison noticed a shadow over them. And as the party looked up, they saw this giant creature, more tentacle than human, with a big red shard stuck in their chest, who said, "Mitsuki, you didn't tell me you were bringing friends." And we pick up right there.
Muted. And immediately Mitsuki looks up, smiling, in only mild... Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh. What?
In only mild surprise, and says, "Sorry to have forgotten to remind you, but here they are."
Nice to meet you all.
Hi.
I'm sorry. Here they are, as in, this towering individual knew we were coming.
No, they literally said that they didn't know. So.
Oh. You're right. My apologies. Just really had a lapse of thought for a moment, taking all this in. But yes, here we are. Mitsuki, if you don't mind explaining, who is this?
Mitsuki is laughing. Well, she's not laughing on purpose. It's very much like... it is giddiness. And she can't help but to, mostly be looking at the creature in the sky, floating, rather than y'all. But it's funny because she is smiling very widely at you, Ben, when she turns her head back, and just sort of says, "Well, everyone," and then turns back to the creature and says, "I don't know what to call you."
You watch as the creature kind of surveys the ground, trying to find a space where it can come to a rest. Very awkwardly, squeezing tentacles in places, kind of between buildings. This is a large being. And as it kind of comes and sits down, it very gently lays a tentacle next to Mitsuki.
My hand on it as they're settling.
And says, "You can call me Shardkeeper."
Mitsuki, is this your mom?
The creature laughs.
No. No.
Okay, just checking.
A family member to a degree. Someone that's just sort of been with me for my whole life.
Extended family. We're all related if you go back far enough.
Hate that sentence.
Oh.
Yeah, so is this like is this the thing? Is this what we're doing today? I've learned to curtail my expectations being in the dead zone, but this one's a weird one. I'll say that. What's the plan?
I look up at Shardkeeper and I just sort of shrug, and I'm like, there wasn't a plan, I'm fairly sure. I'm trying to recollect. This isn't your natural abode or anything like that, right? You're just...
No, my kind of like swallows a little bit. You see a little bit of disdain show up on their face momentarily before they kind of shrug it off. My home isn't here anymore.
Do you need help? You look hurt.
I would
to the wound.
I would love help. We don't need to rush anything, though. We can take our time, get to know each other. The pain has faded. It's less of a physical pain now, more of an emotional one.
Okay.
Well, I've introduced myself. Who are all of you?
I'm Captain Andromeda Ripley. Hi.
Extends a tentacle.
Very hesitantly takes it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Alan.
Extends a different tentacle.
Oh, that's the worst.
Long sigh. Benjamin Unkillable Kennedy. Pleasure.
Extends a third separate tentacle.
Are we all still shaking hands?
It's up to you. Looks pointedly at Ellison.
Forgive me, I don't know you too well. I kind of know the power in names. Would you take it harshly if I withheld mine for a little?
Would you at least give me something to refer to you as?
You can call me the Oracle.
Well, extends a fourth separate tentacle out to Ellison. Nice to meet you all.
Are their tentacles smooth or like slimy? Like, what does it feel like?
Definitely smooth. A little bit like silky, kind of cool to the touch. Well, welcome. Shall I take you on a tour? I don't really...
That'd be great.
Cool. Kind of gestures a different separate tentacle to the blood. Watch your step. Things are kind of weird around here.
Yeah, that thing almost killed me.
Yeah. And kind of turns, collects themselves, and starts to tentacle their way kind of very carefully around different cracks in the ground, different bits of rubble that have fallen, like sweeping Mitsuki along with them, leading the way. Are people following?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Can everybody make me a dex check, super low DC, just to see if you're able to follow the tracks?
Me also?
No. Actually, yes, but make it with advantage.
Okay.
Check or save? Just to
Check. Just a check. Super low DC.
6.
6,
10.
17.
10, 17.
12.
12.
Something high, I don't know. 13. I don't know. I'm just gonna say since 16. That's
Yeah, no
north,
worries.
but it's higher.
DC was a 5. You're all good. So you start
word.
very gingerly tiptoeing, walking in different directions, and the shard keeper starts to speak, basically pointing out different buildings, letting you know what all of them used to be for. Pointing that like this one was like a legal building, this one was some sort of courthouse, this one was a storefront, etc., etc. As they walk. As they're doing this, they're also simultaneously speaking to you in your head, Mitsuki. Kind of like multitasking. Just gonna trust people not to metagame here. It kind of, you hear the same familiar voice in your head you've been hearing for a very long time. So this is a little bit more awkward than I thought it was going to be.
You've not been observing anybody else besides me, so I'm sure you don't really know everyone else's idiosyncrasies, their habits.
No, and I'm not the best at sussing them out.
No worries. Everybody's just as skittish as you, so don't worry about that. I mean, I know you can't promise this planet won't do crazy shit because it already has. But I'm gonna do my best to make sure that the things that show up are not your fault because they're not your fault.
Go ahead and make me an insight check.
Okay. I want you to know, Reed, I will never do insight checks on the Shard Keep, so you have to tell me when I have to.
Cool.
It's good. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You sense, as you kind of are looking up at this giant monstrous creature, like a little bit of guilt, like a twinge of guilt in their face as they look down at you and they say, I know it's not my fault, but if we are going to do what we need to do, these people are going to die.
Well, then we can definitely make sure that that only happens between the two of us.
Okay. This building over here used to be a tavern. People used to frequent it very, very often. They had really good fish and chips. But, now it's nothing. And they kind of walk and bring you to the center of this town, where you see this large bell. Used to be golden. You can see is kind of a little bit covered in like some sort of magical like rust and rot over the years. And it says at the bottom, "Let justice ring out," on like a plaque. They kind of gesture. Yes.
I was just gonna ask, can I make some kind of check to see if that means anything to me?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make a religion check.
Okay, I'm not bad at those. That is 17.
17. Kind of weird, right?
Uh-huh.
You think justice, gods, you think Sidair.
Sure.
Not a saying that you've ever heard in reference to Sidair. Nothing with bells, nothing with anything of that nature. Which is kind of like strange to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say it's more the lack of recognition is what's startling as opposed to the recognition.
Okay. I think Andromeda kind of just looks at it and like tilts their head a little bit but doesn't say anything.
Yes, Jess.
Could Edison make a insight check on like both the shopkeeper and Mitski?
Sure. Mitski, go ahead and make persuasion or deception, whichever one you'd like. And I will also do that for the shopkeeper.
I'm going to be very open emotionally today.
Cool. So you don't have to roll anything. What did you get, Jess?
23.
Cool. I got a 27, so you can't read the Shardkeeper at all.
Shardkeeper doesn't have a face, right? So
yeah, it's kind of difficult, especially like the way that it like is facing. It's kind of hard to get a read. But Mitski, Joe, feel free to dish.
I mean, Mitski is standing right next to this thing, somehow maneuvering all of the tentacles and like touching, just like their side or like whatever that she can. It's just in total adoration and excitement over being next to this creature, being able to touch it, being able to see it. There's a love that's there, and the family concept that the both of them sort of talked about is very seemingly like is a very real thing for her that she's feeling.
As you kind of all circle around this like clearly centerpiece, the Shardkeeper starts to explain. This used to be a birthday tradition. You would ring the bell every year, making sure that you were living your life in a just and honest way.
So you lived here and there are people still here?
I didn't live here, but I came and visited often.
Right.
If you don't mind me asking, where are you from this system?
Yes, I am.
And this place went up in destruction as well as a lot of the other places for maybe the same reasons, or?
It's less destruction and more remains.
Gotcha. Did you visit any of the other planets? Or just this one?
No, I frequented many of them, trying to find my place in all of this. Could never quite find it.
How did you get from planet to planet, actually? Now that I think I know I haven't seen much of the place, but are you stuck here?
I am now. I didn't used to be. Boats. How else do you travel from place to place?
Did you know ships are alive?
I did.
There's that.
I'm sorry that, for, I guess, your loss, that you're stuck and can't travel anymore.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, so, this tour?
Oh, sure. Let me continue. And again, kind of starts moving through the rest of the city. Again, explaining building by building. And we'll keep talking to Mitski in her head as you do that. But if anybody has anything they want to do before we do that.
Super quick.
Yes.
Jess, go first. You're good. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, has Ellison ever seen a creature like this in visions or in real life or like anything?
Make a history check.
Okie That's a natural one.
Natural one. I'll say make it. Well, okay. Let's have a little heart to heart here about how nice I'm going to be. How much of Ellison's visions do you think he remembers, and how much do you think he tries to forget?
I think the only ones he tries to forget are the ones relating to his own trauma and the ones that are just like too horrific to like think about. But otherwise, he's an academic-ish and likes to retain.
Give it one more roll.
Okay.
So we'll have this check made with advantage.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That is an 18. That's 19 total.
Cool. Have never seen this creature, but what is very strikingly familiar is the red crystal that's kind of stuck in their shoulder. You are reminded of the vision that you had when you first arrived in the dead zone of a woman screaming and crying, upset at something that you couldn't see as the world seemed to collapse around her. And a red piece of a crystal found its way into their chest in that moment.
Are their voices... Do I recognize the voice similarity?
Identical. That was Jess. James?
While we're walking, now that I've seen this thing on this bell, can I just try and keep an eye out for any, like, symbols or, like, inscriptions or anything that might help me piece together what this is about?
Sure. Go ahead and make just a perception check.
Okay. 18.
18. You see definitely things written in a language that you don't know.
Okay. Does it, I mean, we've encountered Castellan, right? On the other islands? Did I make that
I'll
up?
say your
Does it
perception check is good enough. It looks like Castellan, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
And-
Yeah, I don't want to bug anyone, but...
I would love to suggest something, Reed, also.
Sure.
Would Alan maybe like at a disadvantage intelligence check pick up some words?
Sure. I love that. Yeah. Mara, go ahead and roll an intelligence check with disadvantage.
I believe in you. You can do this.
I rolled 2 9s for a total of 8.
Cool. I'll say you get a lot of justice, some strength, and truth as you're kind of looking all around.
Justice, strength, truth. I feel like these are a lot of catchphrases.
CJ, did you have something that you wanted to do as you guys were walking around?
Yeah, Ben would just like to actively go up to the nearest pal, either Andromeda or Alan, and just say, "Hey, this kind of sucks."
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think, and I don't like, actually, I don't like that Mitski smiled at me earlier, and I don't want it to ever happen again.
Okay.
No, that's it. I just really need to voice that I hate this.
Right. I'll note it down. Kind of like gives Alan a side eye of like, I don't know what to do with this, but we're in it together, so it's fine. Yeah, no, I'll make a note. Stored away. Right in there.
Thanks. Leans over to Alan. Same thing.
Alright, okay. Yep, that's in my control for sure. You got it.
No, I think it is. I think if you wanted to, you could just punch something and change destiny.
I don't know if I want that kind of power, but thank you. As we're walking around, are the buildings made for, like, our height or for this being's height?
Definitely your height.
Okay.
Is it possible to send a message to everyone at the same time using the chrono communicator?
Sure.
Could I? And is that like internal message?
Mhm.
Cool. Could I? Also, how's my volume? Is it better?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Could Allison send a message to the party except for Mitski?
Absolutely.
And just say, "Hey, anyone remember the vision I had on the first night? That's them."
Kind of give you like a subtle thumbs up.
I just shake my head at you.
Cool. Back to the entity and to Mitski. I've tried to leave many times over the years. But this piece of whatever this is that's stuck in me is like a magnet. And it pulls back whenever I try.
Is this just between the two of us?
Mhm.
Okay. I ask, do you remember when this happened to you?
Hundreds of years ago. The same day everything vanished.
Do you know by who?
I have an idea.
Thunder?
Just kind of nods.
Is he usually known for this type of lofty discipline, punishment? I don't know.
I don't think it was intentional. At least I hope it wasn't. God, what a fucking asshole. We made agreements. He made promises that he couldn't follow through on. When I was stuck with this, and he didn't offer any help. And he hasn't. If we take this out, I can protect you. I can't protect the rest of them.
Don't tell them I said this, but I sort of like them very much. So, I have a big brain, and we'll figure it out.
Okay.
I've been talking to a bunch of gods, and although they're not real, maybe some sort of person will reach out just for laughs or something.
They're real. They're just...
And
most of them are just not here. I could bring you to talk to him if you wanted to.
Thunder?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I know that's gonna be hard for you. But yeah, I would love to see if you can fucking do something for once.
I doubt it. But
I'm very sexy and very persuasive, so I mean...
You hear like a light chuckle in your head. Okay. We can try.
Alright.
And kind of the tour begins to loop around and kind of heads back to the beginning. Well, that's it. That's the city. there's, more out there, but I don't know the paths well enough, so I couldn't take you through it.
It's a really pretty city, or at least I think it was.
It used to be.
Shardkeeper?
Yes, Benjamin Unkillable Kennedy.
Yeah, you can just call him Ben. Ben works. Question for you. Weird stuff kind of happens here, magic and whatnot. Has it always been like this?
That's kind of my fault, I think.
Oh. All right. Well.
I wasn't always kind of like two tentacles gesture vaguely at the body. This. I don't know how or why, but I am this now. And I can't exactly sustain myself the way I used to. So to put it bluntly, I eat magic.
Oh.
Hey.
All right. Well, that's fun.
More specifically, like magical stability.
Oh, that's absolutely wild. Love that for you. Okay, no.
Tastes like chicken.
Oh, nice. No judgment from me. Completely get that. Folks gotta eat. Magic users might not love that, but I got no problem. Secondary question.
Sure.
You said you've been on this planet. Actually, same verse, second as first.
I love you so much. That was me reading, not this person.
Has this planet or any other planet that you've been on ever have like a strange nature thing going on, like rivers flowing backwards, waterfalls going upstream, grass maybe being the wrong color? That ever sound? Or I guess the wrong color for me could just be a different place. I would like to be culturally competent.
You see like almost a little gleam in their eye, a glimmer of recognition and appreciation. That was home. The big central island.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen you then. Nice. That's great.
What?
You looked very What is this being's pronoun? What's actually
They, it, she, kind of anywhere in that realm.
You looked magnificent. It was great.
What do you mean?
When you I'm assuming ate my magical stability, that caused me to have a vision of what I would assume is you, or which honestly I feel like it's you, because that would make sense. You eat the magic, I have a vision. It'd be a little wild if it was, and then you just told me that it was your planet. I'm kind of like mathing the things in my mind, at least.
What did I look like?
I don't know, Reed.
Hold on. 1 second. Sorry, I was not prepared for this, and I have to find
You're so fine. Me literally trying to juggle 2 audios of this week and last week, as I was like, I'm gonna use this.
Give me a second.
Yeah, because I don't
Ben?
think you said it. Yeah, what's up?
Allison is looking at you with like a very hard look that's very clearly says like be careful.
Yeah.
But also has like a glimmer of recognition in it.
100%. Ben is doing it so Allison doesn't have to. Really trying to put the Oracle vibes on him. It's like, leave Ellison alone.
Oh.
Alison literally said, "Call me the Oracle," but you know, it's
I know.
appreciated.
It's just fun. It's just like it's like let me put some heat on myself.
Oh.
But yeah, you didn't say it last week, or else I would have wrote it down.
No,
So-
you're so incredibly
red hair?
valid.
Red hair.
Red hair, maybe. Oh yeah.
Uh,
that was good.
No, the woman that you saw was
Oh, my woman's different. Okay, that's fine.
Great.
the woman that you saw, Ellison, was like medium skin, medium brown hair, kind of like average height. The woman that you saw, Ben, was a drow
Oh, okay.
with like pale purple skin, like dark hair. Yeah, that's what you saw.
Yeah, I saw a drow individual with skin kind of lilac color and dark hair. Is that not you? I could be mistaken.
No, that's
Oh,
not me.
My apologies. I did not think that. I have no idea what you look like. That was just a guess.
That's okay.
Do you get to be picky about the magic stability you eat? Like, can you be like, I won't eat that spell today, I'm full? Or is it like constant all the time?
It sustains people far longer than regular food, but I'm not exactly picky about it.
Would it be helpful? Well, I can't do magic. Never mind. I was gonna say I'll cast a bunch of random spells and then you could eat up and be all good, but I don't actually know how to do any magic, so do a coin trick if that's anything.
It's not, but thank you.
Okay.
Were you mortal before?
Define mortal.
Able to die?
No. At least not in a way that you would. We could sustain life for a long time here. Mitski and I have to go somewhere.
Is it okay
Wherever.
if they come?
Kind of in your head, you hear, I haven't exactly told him that we're coming yet.
Oh yeah, I figured, but it can be my fault.
If you take responsibility for it, then sure.
Yeah, of course.
Whoa. Hold
That
on.
was in their head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sure,
Did you
yeah.
say?
You
Did you say?
come.
Can they come out loud?
Yeah, I did.
Sure.
Yeah.
They can come.
Where?
Well, we do sort of have this thing where I don't want any of you to be alone, so I want y'all to be able to have the option of coming with us. But we are gonna go talk to Asunder about the crystal in their body.
The fallen,
Yeah.
the fallen god. Oh, just gonna chat.
I mean, I've been interfacing with Eliseus and this whole time, so there's definitely going to be something interesting or something to provide as far as being able to actually attempt to talk to a god.
Right. I if you're comfortable, I would prefer you not go speak to the chained fallen god sender alone. Just I don't know what any of us will do about it, but just
I'll go.
Yeah.
I would
I'll
love for all of you to
also-
come.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Can we have a team meeting? I think this is a good time. Sorry, Shard Keeper. Can we speak to our friend, please? I feel a little bit
Just
out of
kind
the
of
loop.
starts to hover a little bit and like goes somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, they can probably still hear us. Mitsuki, what the fuck's going on?
That part. Right there. Exactly what Allison's asking.
I'll tell you as much as I know and
Yep,
understand.
That would be great. I
Great.
know fuck all right now.
Yeah, that's my patron. It's
Yep,
where I get
gathered
half
that.
of my magic. They have followed the maternal side of my family's history for about 2 generations, a couple, maybe a few more. My parents were attempting to find information, more of an answer or something, sort of masquerading it as a research excavation. Broad daylight live television. And they found nothing. But what I have been able to find sort of after that encounter, or what, after their excavation, although it was disappointing, after an incredibly emotionally existential sort of downward spiral in my life, I was able to start hearing their voice and how they were out in the dead zone, that was the only one that could help find them, get them out of their predicament, give me answers of my family, answers that my family were too afraid to find besides my parents. They've since passed, but the family that I do have also just not really, obviously not too much of a fan of what this could have potentially been. And out of character, all of you see that Mitsuki starts to get nervous as she's talking about her family. Like, not as much eye contact as she's usually able to, like, force onto all of you. So I was already sort of in the midst of my Castellan research, my extinct language theses, and this happening concurrently was a good opportunity. And also worked hand in hand to find the answers in my own research, just as well as my life and family. I don't know what else to say to make this any less off-putting, but I want to be able to share this experience as much as possible, and that I will be protecting you through it. I'm not gonna tell you to not worry, because that's not up to me. but this is certainly a good... all of the reason that I came to this expedition.
Well, how does Asunder fit into all of this? Why the
Sunder...
visit?
What I'm getting out of their story, which is, it's hard for them to recall things, and considering magical stability, sustainability rather, it's difficult for them. Their emotions spike along with that. Sunder made a promise he couldn't keep, betrayed them. The red crystal happened seemingly out of nowhere, and Sunder didn't help. And that is also sort of the timeline where the Shard Keeper has found themselves stuck here.
Right. Okay. Look, this friend of yours feeds on magic. It's not really a stable creature to release and let out into the world. Could cause irreparable damage. Like, what's the goal here?
There's a car outside, so if you hear that, sorry. The goal, and she pauses. My goal, as far as what I understand, again, is that I want answers that have been long left behind from family members. Some connection to this dead zone, answers to this expedition and research. For them, the Shard Keeper, this is an opportunity to be freed, to be protected, to be helped. And that starts with the crystal, I'm assuming.
Allison just looks at Andromeda, like...
I think Andromeda looks a little bit torn down the middle here. I respect that this is why you came, and I will do everything I can to make sure that you get a chance to reach some kind of closure. I mean, I think we have to be very careful with what we do here, because it could very well affect the Expanse. Also, a little nervous about going to speak with the chained fallen god. That's not really something I expected to be on the agenda today. But yeah, I mean, you know, just one step at a time, I guess. Hope for the best. This is not good advice. This is kind of a lot. When I was like, yeah, I'll be captain twice, I didn't expect to fall into, fallen god territory.
Yeah. Question for you, Mitzi. Are you...
He's smiling at you.
Are you partially Castellan? Is that what I'm hearing? Or
No.
just...
No.
Alright. Cool.
As far as I understand, actually.
Okay. I'm gonna need someone to, really, convince me to come with you, because I really don't want to. This sucks. This sucks real bad. And as far as I'm listening, this is the whole you thing. We come to this planet, just arriving, and it sounds like you knew that this was a possibility. And you said nothing.
I didn't tell the group, I told Captain.
So now I'm on a planet where magic gets eaten to help you, to explore this. This doesn't surround me. In fact, this just sounds like the worst possible situation we've been in so far. And now you want us to go talk to a chained up god.
I don't need you to. I don't specifically want you to. I'm providing the opportunity. And I don't know what Captain wants to enforce about some of us going and some of us not. But
what happens if we don't go?
Alright. Okay, let's all take a minute here. First of all, I'd like to remind everyone, nothing is an us or one of us issue here. Everything that affects one of us out here affects all of us. We are a team. We are here together. You can feel however you want to feel about the things that are going on and the choices that we're making, but we cannot divide out here. Because this thing, whatever is out here in the dead zone, it picks apart your weaknesses the second you show them. So we're not going to do that. Step one. I think we should go see wherever this is. I mean, for all we know, it could be shit, could be fine. We don't know anything about where this Shard Keeper is trying to lead us. So I think we should go. We should look, and then if we want to have people wait outside, that's fine, as long as they're not alone. I think there's a lot of... I understand tensions are high. I think, especially considering one of the biggest tools at our disposal, which is magic, is not currently at our disposal. We need to try and keep cool heads. Take it one step at a time. Yeah.
Yeah, alright, my apologies. Just got a little upset.
I understand.
But I will, and Ben kind of like steps and looks at you all. But I will say this once, and I will say this only once. If any of you have anything else that you are holding to yourself, keeping cards to your chest, you better not after today. Do I make myself clear? Because I'm not going through this again.
sorry, you're not my captain, so...
Yeah. And you're not someone that I should trust right now, so...
I believe that's true.
I think Andromeda's shoulders go a little straighter, and because Andromeda's a very like relaxed captain. I think at that kind of, I don't know what the word I want to use is, but at that statement, I think Andromeda definitely hardens a little bit and kind of gives you this look of like, I don't know, just gives you like a real hard look.
Who? Us? Me?
Ben.
Okay.
All right, great team meeting, everyone. Good catch up.
I'm looking, sort of gesturing at Allison and Alan. Did y'all want to say anything?
I'm going with you.
There's been things I've been wondering about my whole life without any way to get answers, and I don't know. I'm gonna talk to a god.
We're all gonna get to
Maybe
talk
not.
to a fucking god, and
Yeah.
that's a pretty big step, I think. And I'm sorry to only view this in a very academic manner, but I'm pretty excited. And I was able to persuade a big tar monster, not a god, but maybe there are some things to our favor that are besides magic.
And I'm really good at punching stuff, and they're chained up, so like, worst comes to it, I'll get in a fist fight with a god. I don't even care. I'll do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
We're coming in this. The Shardkeeper and I were anti-Asunder. We hate his balls. Balls? We hate his guts. But you know, however respectful that you feel you need to be, I'm sure that'll be accepted. Whatever.
Is there like a standard greeting? I don't know anything. Is it, do you bow? Is there a code phrase?
I mean, Reed, can I do a religion check?
You can certainly try.
Awesome. Da, 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 da. Nope. That is a 7.
Yeah, people who worship Thunder are not very open about it. And so there is like not a lot of knowledge about like how people worship him. Just in general, I mean, when people talk to gods, they tend to be polite, they tend to be humble and like understated, but specifically to Sunder, you don't really know much.
Just kind of talk to like you're talking to like an estranged uncle or something. Just like
yes, Sunder, the estranged uncle of the gods.
Just a level.
So true, actually.
Just a level of formality.
Not allowed
Just a level of formality that you know the both of you are uncomfortable with.
We don't talk about Sunder.
No.
No, we do not.
All right.
At this point, Mitsuki, in your head, you hear, can I come back? And as you kind of like look around to try and see where this creature is, you can see like a tentacle wrapped behind the building.
Yeah.
As it seems like they've like kind of crouched down to try and give you guys privacy.
We get to join?
Sure. And I think Ben just at this from this point on will be walking at the back holding his crossbows.
That's fair.
So valid.
So hi again. Remember how I said like, oh, I know how to walk in the city part of this planet, but I kind of just fly everywhere else.
Yeah.
So the place we have to go is in the everywhere else. I can like scoop.
I've always wanted to fly.
We can do that.
I don't want to like cross any boundaries about it or anything. You're welcome to walk. The forest is alive and dangerous, but it's up to you.
I think we should just all get sort of swaddled by you, right? We can just handle the momentary discomfort.
Alan does the full toddler, like asking to be picked up.
Puppies. You watch as like a tentacle starts to weave in between your arms and then comes to around your waist and like lifts you up. You feel safe. You feel secure. A little
It's
cold,
fine.
but
It's a little chilly, but it's good.
Great. Yep. Okay.
Kicking her feet a little bit.
This is fine.
does the
Actually.
same thing to Mitsuki, but plops Mitsuki on their shoulder.
Yeah, how far is this?
10 minutes.
Alright. We like just asking, would our big old ship work, or is it one of those things where it's like easier to tentacle walk?
It's easier to tentacle hover.
Yeah, alright. I
Offers you a tentacle.
I'm gonna. I know it's probably not gonna work, but I guess I just want an insight check to make sure that
Sure, yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check.
that it's actually
also-
easier to tentacle walk.
Sure, yeah.
I would just like to insight, just because I think Ellison hears the fact that the Chained Oblivion is just a 10-minute flight away, and is like, where the fuck are you taking us?
If you beat a 22 on insight, let me know.
Possible.
Got a 33.
Oh
Incredible.
my god.
You got a 34?
No, 24.
I was like, oh my goodness.
Ben sees it.
Insight fuckers.
Is that a natural 20, Jess, or a 19?
It was an 18.
An 18. Cool. Incredible. I love that the potential of you getting a 35 is out there and exists. The both of you get a sense that, number one, not telling you the whole story, whether it's related to this instance specifically or just in general, that's kind of what you get, this like guarded nature. But does seem to be genuine, doesn't really have an ulterior motive right now in this moment. It is just easier for them to fly because that's how they normally get around. I will say, Jess, you also get the sense that, yeah, just that there's something there's a piece that is not there that you're missing. And they're guarding it very close to their chest.
I think just as they're scooping people up, I kind of take a sidestep towards Andromeda and I go, look, I know magic is funky around here, but if that creature does anything, I'm gonna turn him into dust, okay?
Yeah. I'll be there with you.
Starts to offer other tentacles to people. Waits for enthusiastic consent before doing it, but then we'll scoop people up.
So enthusiastic, but
He does it.
And then you watch as kind of no wings, no clear indication as to how this is happening, but they start to slowly lift off the ground, leading you in a northern direction. As you leave the city, you can see below this forest that is covered in like snow and ice and ash that kind of seems to be like adding to each other, making both problems a little bit worse. Everybody making a perception check as you are flying over.
10.
10.
19.
19.
16.
That's hard. 28.
28.
27.
27. Okay. So 10 and below, that's kind of what you get. It looks a little bit worse for wear. 20 and below, you can see some sort of movement hanging out there. It's hard to tell what, but there's definitely something moving. And by people who got above a 20, you can see these kind of like shadow creatures like snapping at each other. So one of them notices you and tries to like extend this like super elongated arm up in your direction, but like it's not able to because like you're too high up in the air. And that's kind of what you're seeing as the forest seems to be like dead and also evil.
Quick question.
Quick answer.
Being held like this, are we closer to the crystal?
Sure, yes.
Like, can I just make a passing arcana check about it? Try and figure out.
Yeah.
Kind of like glancing at it. Most of what I'm trying to figure out is there was a crystal on the other place, and that doesn't feel like a coincidence. Can I just like
go ahead and make an arcana check? Absolutely.
Okay. Thanks. That is a 23.
This is nothing like that other crystal, but oh boy, is it pulsating with divine magic.
Oh. You lost me at pulsing and then you brought me back with divine. Okay.
This, I think, is the closest you've ever felt to a divine presence.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else anybody wants to do on the short 10-minute jaunt over to the middle of the woods?
I'd like to eventually figure out why the hell Mitsuki keeps smiling at him.
Can't help you with that one.
That's fine.
But as you
can ask me.
You could? Yeah. Do you want to talk? Okay. You guys can, as you're looking down, see this like area that is like a clearing, and there is like these marble steps leading up to almost like an altar, and then just like a giant crater in the ground. And the creature starts to lower you all in that direction, eventually very gently placing everybody on the ground on the like almost concrete floor. I will go get him.
Like,
Get him?
yeah, that.
I think it's going to be easier to show you than it is to explain.
Okay.
You're not gonna bring out like a baby, are you? Like,
No, I won't.
That would be awesome. That'd be really funny.
egg.
It's been a long time since I've laughed, so thank you all.
Woof.
Someone sadder than Alan.
Tentacle walks up the steps towards the altar, and you watch as their whole body almost like can engulf the altar. It is not built for a person of their size. It is built for definitely smaller creatures. And you watch as they kind of take a deep breath, and then that crystal that's in their chest starts to like literally beat, boom, 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 almost like it is a heart that is stuck on the outside of their body. It's boom, 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 and it's getting faster and faster and faster. And you watch as this red magical light starts to cover their body, slowly starting to envelop their torso, their head, each tentacle. It becomes enveloped by this like red magical glow. And they collapse for a minute, almost like every bone in their body disappeared at once. And then they come back to attention and they turn to you.
It's one of those things. Yeah. They're possessed, aren't they?
Well, hello there.
Asunder sounds hot. Okay.
That sounds like an estranged uncle.
Oh boy.
Alan's just gonna, hands behind the back, slowly slip on their brass knuckles, just to be safe.
Sure.
Just
Such
in
your
case.
bestie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ben raising his hand.
It's been a while since
No, you can keep speaking. I will wait politely until you are done.
I mean, it appears to be urgent, so
No,
please,
it's
by
one
all
of those-
means.
No, I really do feel like what you're about to say is going to answer my question.
So
I simply-
cordial.
I'm assuming you're Sunder.
Yeah. That's one
Well,
of my names, yes.
Yep, that was actually one of those things that we call you. You know, you are divine, I hear.
Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Great. Yeah. I'll hold all other questions until the end of the presentation.
You're funny.
I really wish I was telling jokes right now.
What I was saying is it's been a while since I've had people like you call on me. I will say, Mitsuki, it was nice to hear your prayer the other day. Couldn't tell you the last time someone of worth and importance prayed to me.
How long has it been for you?
Too long for my liking.
Is there any other name that you would prefer to go by?
Sunder, estranged uncle, whatever you want to call me.
Awesome.
I'm not picky.
Well, yeah. Sorry that my first prayer was really of academic purpose, but
It's okay, I don't offend easily.
well, we are here to speak to you in doubly academic purpose, as well as more personal on my end, and obviously the person that you are inhabiting has something to do with it.
When she started to develop the ability to reach out beyond here, I didn't think anyone would actually show up.
Was she another god?
She wanted to be. Do you want to be a god, Mitsuki?
No. It's a lot of responsibility. And even then you can just abandon everyone, or they can abandon you.
I'm the only one still here.
I figured. Is Alisea still around?
No.
Okay. Are they just like in a I don't know.
I don't know where they are. They won't tell me.
Damn. Just like a solitary confinement sort of moment for you.
What can I help you all with?
If everyone else has questions before I get into mine, feel free to do this.
You watch as the large tentacled creature kind of sits down on the stairs, very like laid back, like crossing a tentacle over another tentacle, like they're crossing their legs. Yes, the Goliath.
My name's Alan.
Oh, I know.
Okay. I also know your name, so I guess that tracks.
Where are you? Well then, look at us.
Look at us. Yeah, kind of unfortunate. Not unfortunate, startling how much we have in common. I'm gonna have to think about that a lot later. You wouldn't happen to know a bunch of stuff, would you?
I know many things.
It kind of like leans in. Do you know who my parents are? It's okay if you don't. I don't want to make you feel weird. Like, if you don't know, it's fine. But it's just wondering.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't plan a follow-up to that question. Are they okay? They okay? Are they out there?
They are.
Okay. Are they coming back?
They don't know you exist, Alan.
Okay. Cool. Great. Okay. Like at all? Like not like full gone?
Just nods.
Oh, okay, sweet, awesome, thank you. Somebody else can ask a question now, and Ellen just kind of like sits down on the steps next to the god. Just looks very.
Well, like very awkwardly, gingerly pat a tentacle on your shoulder.
I'm gonna awaken mind with Sunder super quick and then just say, just real quick question. Does Kalar have a thing for stealing babies? Is that like a thing?
You hear him laugh almost exactly like that in your head. Kind of responds back, no. They gave them up in exchange for knowledge.
Did they think that Alan was going to die, basically?
Her mom was dying. They didn't know how to stop it. So where else do you go when you don't have answers but the smartest of the gods, right?
The fucking smartest fucking cunt in the sky, yeah.
I like you. You want to work with me in the future, you let me know.
We'll talk later.
Okay, alright. Can I speak out loud again?
Yes.
Okay. Other question, Ben, I remember you raised your hand before.
I've got... How many questions can I ask?
Oh, I don't know, until I'm bored.
Wonderful.
Super quick, I'm gonna just like walk over and hold Alan's hand.
Cute.
Please sit back.
I think at this point Ben is just holding his longbow as well, and he says, "Oh, dear Thunder, what happens if I kill Mitski right now?"
Great question.
I don't know. Mitski dies, probably.
Anything else?
No? Why?
Because I'm curious about the being whose body you are inhabiting. Could you answer me questions about them?
Sure, if I have to.
Yeah. What are they?
I mean, I guess I don't have to do anything.
You don't. I mean,
You're entertaining me, so go on.
would you mind telling me what it is they are hiding from us? Because there's something.
Kind of looks over at Mitsuki. Do you
I'm
want
like-
to tell them, or should I?
I'm not on the same page. What do you mean?
Turns back to Ben. The only way for our shard keeper friend to leave
Yeah.
is removing the crystal.
Yeah, that feels about right. And the bad part?
Yeah, well, I don't really want them to do that. I kind of like having someone else around. So,
Did you put the crystal inside of them?
no.
Who did? Sorry,
Nobody.
Ben. This is your time.
No good.
Nobody did. Just when every ounce of divinity starts to spread out to the rest of the universe, sometimes it finds a home in a person.
I still think there feels like there's a missing point.
When they take it
Because-
out,
Yep, there it is.
it will react quite negatively with the environment it's currently in. I don't think you want to be around to see what happens. Or, if you do, it'll probably be the last thing you ever see.
Nice. And great. And I think at that point, Ben is just, Joe, I've sent you a message. It's on messages in the chat.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And I think at that point, Ben just pulls out his bow and says, when I joined the Dead Zone, when I joined the team, I said to myself, I ain't afraid to take someone down if they threaten my life or anyone else's that I would deem important. And I think Ben just starts to draw the bow back and points it at Mitsuki. Now, Sunder, you said you don't want the Shard Keeper to leave?
No, you don't.
And as far as I'm concerned, Mitsuki is trying to help the Shard Keeper leave.
She is.
And I'm not one to really do what the Divine care for, but
Let's fucking do it, Ben.
I'm okay.
Yeah, and everybody roll initiative.
All diving in front.
Roll an initiative about it, everybody.
15.
Just as a reminder, because I keep forgetting about it, everyone gets a +4 to their initiative if they're in 10 feet of me.
Everybody or just allies?
Allies, friendly creatures. So actually, yeah, Ben, CJ, I love you so much. Ben, I'm not giving you
That's
a buff because
fine.
I get to pick.
19 then.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna call for them. Let me roll
Oh, yeah,
for,
sorry.
like the god that is hanging out with y'all right now.
Yeah, sure. Just like a. What do you think a god has to initiative? Snow, what do you think that dexterity looks like?
It's pretty
Probably like
pretty
2.
large. Pretty large.
Yeah,
Lark.
plus,
Okay,
plus
above
unity.
above a 20
I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Nice.
for a total of
I guess 24.
24. Okay. Anybody above a 24? Okay. All right. Mara, Ben, what'd you guys get?
21.
21.
22.
22. Okay. Okay. 20 to 15.
16.
Plus
19.
3 would have
19.
put me over. Alan.
And then what'd you get, James? You got 16?
Yes.
All right. So the order is
Sorry.
Ellison, Sunder, Alan, Ben, Mitsuki, Andromeda. Ellison, you're at the top of the order. You see Ben pull back the bow and point it at Mitsuki.
I step between Ben and Mitsuki. Not like I don't step in front of Mitsuki. I step so like Ben's arrow is like pointing like inches from my chest. I just say, "Grab the bow now. If you
Can't
kill
do
her, I'll
that.
just bring her back."
That's a problem I'm willing to deal with when I get there.
Okay, then you're gonna have to shoot me.
All right.
Anything else on your turn, Ellison?
I no.
It is Sunder's turn, who is going to spend his turn kind of laughing and seems to be a
So
little
true.
bit giddy. Entertainment. How exciting. Alan, your turn. Ben on deck.
I'm gonna take a stunning strike attack against Ben.
Sure, go ahead and roll to hit.
So bad. Does a 9 hit?
No.
What's
Second
your roll?
attack. I rolled a 2.
Oh boy.
I think at that point, Ben says back off and is going to riposte. Once you miss an attack, Ben's going to hit you with a crossbow. And I can roll with my superiority die to hit you.
Sure.
What's your AC?
My AC is 17.
Yeah, that's
But I
gonna
have
hit. Oh, where
Deflect
is that?
missile.
Oh.
So I'm going to try and catch it before it hits me.
yeah.
Mara, my absolute love.
Doesn't matter.
Your plus to hit is a +9.
Oh, so
11 still's not going to hit, but
right.
just so you know.
Why am I so bad at numbers?
I don't know.
You're doing so good.
You are
Oh,
doing
boy.
so good.
Yeah. 19.
All right, so roll damage.
What'd you say you got? What was your AC? It was 17, right?
17.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's gonna be a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 20 damage.
Okay,
with
so
the
I roll
crossbow.
A D10 and you add
D10.
17.
So 4 plus 17.
So you don't take any damage. You
I
just
don't take any
catch it.
damage. Catch it. And then I will spend a key point to throw it back at you and make a ranged attack at you, Ben.
Go for it.
Nice.
Don't know why, I just wasn't expecting a PvP.
I also
No.
wasn't expecting PvP, but here we are. Somebody changed the
22 to hit.
I'm like shaking.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. What's the damage on a missile? Or on the crossbow bolt?
1d6.
That's cocked. 2, what do I add to this? I don't do ranged.
Dex.
Your dexterity?
Dex? Okay, so 6 damage.
Nice. Just kind of scratches me. I know you all just heard what they said.
Alan,
Ben,
you have one
I'm-
more punch if you'd like to use it. Just letting you know.
Yeah, I do want to take my last stunning strike. I'm gonna go, Ben, I really don't want to have to be an adult in this. I don't want to be the adult, and I'm just gonna deck you across the face and try and do one more stunning strike.
Go for it.
That's a 19 plus 9.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
Cool. So Ben, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I'm good. That's what I'm good at. 16 plus 8. Or
That does
15
save.
plus 8.
Yeah, it's safe.
But what's the damage on that?
That is 8 points of damage.
Cool. 8 points of
Nice.
damage.
Ow.
That's your action and your reaction. Bonus action.
No, I am just going to... I am going to just click my boots and teleport back right next to Mitsuki where I was.
Cool.
Yep, so I can be there. And then that's it.
Ben, it is your turn. Mitsuki is on deck. Ellison is right in front of you.
I'm gonna do I have the ability to
Absolutely.
Because I know he can just shoot over my head, but I'm gonna try and jump in front of
100%.
wherever his arrow is.
I think Ben just says, you expect... I think Ben is, gauging the situation and says to you all, y'all expect Mitsuki to choose us over this family that she's been searching for all of her life. You think Mitsuki's not gonna choose to take the shard out and kill us all?
So what, you're gonna make the choice for her then?
I'm
What gives you the
choosing
right
myself.
to take that choice from her?
I'm not taking anything from Mitsuki. I'm choosing
You are
myself.
certainly trying
Andromeda.
to, and it's not your right.
Okay. What are you gonna do, Mitsuki?
Come and find out.
Oh my god.
Shoot me, Ben.
What'd you say?
Shoot me.
Do not!
If you're gonna fucking do something, let's... This was just bound to happen at some point, right? So go for it.
Mitsuki. I think you know just as much as anyone else how badly I want to shoot you right now.
I'm gonna persuade you to shoot me. I will literally roll.
Oh my god. Go ahead. Oh my god, I am rolling well. Could I say that if you fail, Ben would like you to tell him what you fucking want?
That is a dirty 20.
Yeah, you fail. I rolled a
Okay.
17 plus my insight, I'm assuming is what I'm rolling.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Ben kind of, and you can see that Ben will shoot you. That is what he wants most in this moment.
Yeah.
But he errs on the side of trusting Andromeda, and he says, tell us what you want to do. Because death isn't going to be the easy way out unless I have to choose myself over you.
She's not gonna say anything.
You all know I don't trust her. I never have trusted her, and I doubt she trusts me. Yeah, we can work together. Yeah, we are good. We are good at our jobs. But if you all think I am not going to choose myself, or if I'm not going to choose all of you over Mitsuki's selfishness, then you're wrong. Because if Mitsuki doesn't even want to tell us, I will kill Mitsuki right here or die by all of your hands.
Shoot.
Ben is waiting for someone else to say something. Because it's on the floor.
If no one else is going to say something, we'll move on to the next turn. I'll give people a chance.
Ben, are you gonna do anything?
No, Ben's going to give everyone else a chance.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Mitsuki, it's your turn. Andromeda is on deck.
Mitsuki is going to take off the night sky robe that she always wears. It always sort of fashions into a different part of her clothing. It always looks like she has this perfectly what's it called? Just matching blue navy night sky sort of dress or robe or whatever. She takes it off and she just puts it to the side. My AC is now 10. And I say, rather than looking at Ben, she's gonna look at, let's see, who's she gonna look at? She's gonna look at Andromeda. I, on metaphorical hands and knees, no defenses, nothing for me to protect myself at all times. I need you to know. I didn't know about the red crystal. I didn't know about any of this until today. And for whatever reason, that was withdrawn until this moment. I don't know. But I trust her. And I've said before, not even just Ben, not even Alan or Allison or you, no, none of you have to trust me. But I couldn't risk getting taken off of this expedition. So I'm not going to do anything. Looks at Ben, and if you're going to do it, I'd rather you just do it, or we can stop.
He's not gonna do it. Because remember, there's some faces you can't forget, right?
She acknowledges that, and her face kind of contorts a little bit, but... So I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to stand here. And... I need you to know, the intention was never to bring any of you down with me or her. And I understand you would have to leave me behind in that case. I just didn't know. And that's my turn.
All right. It's Andromeda's turn. Ellison on deck.
Okay. First thing, I think Andromeda is going to step into the space that is the exact middle of Ben and Mitski. Can I, and if this is like an action or something, that's fine, because most of what I want to do is talking. Can I like make an insight check to try and figure out if any of Ben's reaction is the stuff I've seen the Dead Zone do to people?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
Come on, dice. Roll so good. It's a nat one. I'm gonna throw up.
It's a lot of anger, and it's hard to tell where it's coming from.
Okay. I think Ben Andromeda kind of just
I don't even know if Ben knows.
But it's so valid. I think Andromeda kind of just look for a second, just a weird mixture of emotions. And then kind of like the shoulders tense again, the cool, calm, collected comes over, and I think Andromeda like spins Star Striker, and is this like earth beneath us? Like
concrete.
Oh. Okay, that's not
It can be earth if we want. It's still cracked.
I was gonna stab my sword in the ground, but I can't really do that if it's concrete is the thing though. It could be concrete though, it's okay.
What if there's a crack in the concrete and you can do it then?
I'll reflavor. It's okay. I love you so much, but it's okay.
I got you.
Andromeda will kind of like take the sword and like rake it to draw, like, you know how when you rake like metal shit on the ground, it makes a line. I'm drawing a line in the sand and letting my sword like crackle and spark a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And Andromeda's gonna look between them and go, right. I know I'm something of a relaxed captain. I run a loose ship. I understand that. I know everyone looks at me and they see a wounded thing. Let me be very clear. I have been captain for longer than most of you have been sailing. I have been doing this a very long time, and if there's one thing I will not tolerate on my crew, on my ship, it's turning against each other when we are in danger. This is not acceptable. None of you get to be judge, jury, and executioner on this ship. If anything, that's me, and it's a job I don't take lightly, but it is my job. If you have an issue, you come to me when we are safe. This will not stand. So right now, I need each and every one of you to sit and think what side of this line you'd like to be on. Because if you are on an opposite side of me, we're going to have a problem. And I'm going to deal with that problem swiftly. And I will hold my 2 attacks for if anybody makes an attack.
Sure. That's Andromeda's turn. Back to the top of the order with Ellison, Sunder on deck.
Can I ask a quick question for myself? When we've cast magic before, the spell takes effect, correct? It's just something else happens as well.
That is what you've seen before, yes.
Okay, so if I cast a spell, it will take effect, but I'm just rolling the dice on whether something funky is going to happen too.
That is what you have seen before, yes.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna... How many of us are there? 6.
Including the god, 6.
Let me say, by the way, Sunder on deck is a wild sentence I did not ever expect to hear when I helped make this pantheon. Wow.
Truly
So
bone chilling.
Life comes at you fast. Anyway.
It does.
Alright. You know, I know I just called a team meeting, but I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna cast Plane Shift, and I'm gonna teleport all of us back to the ship.
Okay.
I know it's like not a plane, but I just want to fucking get us out of there. And if I can modify that to just be the fucking ship.
Sure. So first things first, to cast Plane Shift, number 1, everyone has to be willing and everybody has to be holding hands.
Yep.
And number 2, so I
should read my spells actually.
That's okay. That's okay.
I saw 8 creatures. I was like,
number 2, I'll say that you can't necessarily get to the ship, but you could like pop into the ethereal plane, and which is like still a different place. Just
okay.
Not the ship. Number 3, we can say that you start casting it, but everybody needs to be willing and everybody needs to be holding hands. Is that okay? You want to start casting it and you'll finish it on your next turn? If everybody links hands?
Yeah, I think Allison's gonna be like,
sure.
Like hold a hand out to Ben and say, fucking hold my hand. And
Sure.
because you're right up in his face, you'll see his eyes go black, but you'll see these like smoke tendrils curl up his neck and cover his face.
And then
smoke starts rolling out of his clothes.
I also need you to roll me a D100.
Yeah.
Roll so good. Roll so
I'm gonna
good.
roll so well, actually.
Hell
You're
yeah.
gonna be so impressed with how good I roll.
I hope
That's
you roll.
68.
I bet that's true.
60.
Oh. One off.
Noted. Okay.
Okay.
That is Ellison's turn. Sunder is next, and Alan is on deck. Sunder kind of looks a little bit disappointed at Ellison and is like, what, I can't come? You don't want me to hold your hand?
That's horrifying.
Babe, no.
You're all boring anyway. Good luck with whatever the fuck you're doing now. Talk to you, hopefully never. And is going to start to disappear. And you watch as Shardkeeper's body begins to collapse again. Alan, it's your turn. Ben is on deck.
Grab that hand.
My other hand's out to hold you.
Okay. Alan is gonna grab your hand, Allison, and reach out and touch your shoulder, Mitski, and make eye contact with you, and go, I read pages 11 through 13, and I want that too.
Okay. Ben, it's your turn. Mitski is on deck.
Ugh, Ben puts his thing down and puts his hand out to Andromeda.
He's not really excited about
And
it
then
too.
puts his other hand on Ellison's hand. That way we're all touching.
Okay. Mitski, it's your turn. Andromeda on deck.
Oh no. Alan just changed everything. To the music. I'm gonna look over. Alan Mitski starts crying. Just like full, yeah, just like.
Alan is too.
Yeah.
Once you start, Alan cries too.
And I might cry also, but that's just, you just gotta let it happen. And then she looks over to Shardkeeper, knowing
About
that.
to come to.
Oh, so like not fully there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Does look back over as they're attempting to form. And then like so shakily, hesitantly, like is gonna put her fingers on Alan's hand and then just like grasp, and then but whoever is supposed to be holding her other hand, she is still not, she's like so unsure about that one.
Does it have to be a circle?
Everyone has to be holding hands.
Yeah. Holding hands
So
in a
is that
circle.
Andromeda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
It
I'm
just
holding
looks at Andromeda, just still withholds because wants to see, like looks it back over to Shardkeeper after looking at you conflicted. And that's all she does. She doesn't complete the circle.
Okay. Andromeda, it's your turn.
Andromeda, I think, turns to one. I'm gonna sheath Star Striker because I need both my hands, and I don't want to leave my sword behind. I think Andromeda turns to Mitski first and kind of like extends a hand and waits. And then once I know time is funky, assuming Mitski takes that hand, then I will take Ben's hand.
Sure. So is everybody holding hands and willing?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. It is Ellison's turn. Shardkeeper on deck. Ellison, you can
I
keep
guess-
like holding the casting of the spell if you would like to use your action to do that.
Yeah, do I, like, with a passive insight, can I, like, detect how willing everyone is?
Sure. Yeah. Just give me like from a thumbs up, thumbs medium, thumbs down. Where's everybody at on the willing scale right now?
Reluctant
It
thumbs up.
depends. I'm not leaving anyone behind, so it very much depends on that.
Cool. There we go.
I just kind of... It's really weird, because his Elton's voice now sounds like it's, like, several planets away, but also, like, inside your head. And he just says, Mitski, I'll bring you back. This is just a timeout.
Okay. It is Shardkeeper's turn, who you watch as they kind of begin to sit up, and one tentacle goes to like their forehead as if they've got some sort of headache that they're trying to rub out, and they see you all holding hands. I mean, except for like you are all holding hands at this point. Is going to make an insight check to see if they can tell what's going on. That is a 29.
Yeah, maybe.
No, just
They look at you, Mitski, with heartbreak in their eyes. You promised
Don't
that you
want to
weren't
go.
going to leave me like he did. You promise you are my only chance. I
didn't
cannot
want to-
die here.
I don't want to
I
go.
cannot die here.
I'm coming back. I'll come back.
How do I know?
Talk to me. I hear you.
Will they let you come back?
I don't know. But I'll find a way. I shouldn't have come without being prepared. And I'm sorry.
You promised me you wouldn't be like him.
I'm not. This is the last person. Never.
And
Never
that's
be-
what they're spending their turn doing. And it's Alan's turn. With Ben on deck.
I'm just gonna look at Mitsuki and say, I will do anything to make sure you make it back to them. Nobody else is getting left behind. Not one of us. No one's getting abandoned ever again.
Ben, with Mitsuki on deck.
Just waiting.
Okay. Mitsuki.
Or taking Andromeda's hand decisively. Looks towards the Shardkeeper again. Do you think I would be out here to not keep trying? I don't know how, but I'm not leaving without you. And I'm a terrible hubristic person. And not only have I hurt people, I've hurt you. Which I didn't even think that was possible. But you find out new things and how to do them. And I will figure it out. Please trust me. I'm coming back.
You are my only hope.
Exactly.
You cannot abandon me.
I'm not going to, okay? I'm coming back.
They, can't meet your gaze.
Yeah.
It's clear that whatever you're looking for, they are unable to give you.
I'm gonna go. But I'll talk to you every day. And I'll drill it into your mind. I'm coming back, and we'll figure this out. I love you. Okay? And I don't fucking say that to anyone.
Just go.
And then takes Andromeda's hand.
And the spell takes off. You all find yourself in somewhere else, but it looks almost identical to where you just were. You are all kind of floating aimlessly in the air. Around you, you can see kind of like mist and fog. And you see the Shardkeeper just collapse into screaming, heaving sobs sitting on these stairs. But it's almost as if there's some sort of barrier between you and them. You can hear them, but they can't hear you. And as you're in this kind of almost carbon copy of the material plane, you get the sense that you are alone.
And basically, CJ Brain, we would just have to cast this again in whatever place that we'd want to be, but we could in theory walk back to the ship and yeah, okay.
Yep.
Cool. So we can move as normal.
Things can't touch you.
Ben just kind of lets go of everyone else's hand and puts his weapons away.
Sorry I punched you.
No, you're no worse, kid. I think I shot you. Didn't Ben shot you, right?
Yeah, it didn't do anything.
Yeah, no worries.
Is everyone all right? That's both James and Andromeda.
Yeah. 2 thumbs up for me and my character.
Okay, great. Okay. What just happened back there cannot happen again.
No, it's my fault.
No, it's not your fault. All of us are here for a reason. Money is no more righteous than having a personal reason. If it were, then you'd have to aim that at me as well, Ben, because let's be honest, I'm not here for the money. I think we all know that. We are a team out here. We are the only members, excluding those on the ship, on this team out here. We have to make decisions as a team. If there is a question, we talk about it. There is a reason, and I'm not doing this to just exert my power, I think you all know this. There is a reason I am the captain, and it's because I have been here before. I have seen things just like this before, and I have made the mistakes that led my former crew to not coming back. I will not let those be made again. I will not. Now, there is anything anyone would like to get off of their chest in order to ensure that when we return to the material, this will not happen again. Now is the time to do it.
I don't know if I can promise anything.
I do not judge anyone's reasoning for coming to the dead zone. Honestly, I will help those that I trust do what they need to do in the dead zone. Because helping you means that I get out of here alive. So, there was not a shred of judgment in my mind or my heart, knowing that someone would need to help their family do anything. And I think Ben looks at Mitski. However, call it selfishness, self-preservation, survival, all of the reasons why I got brought here. I will not stand by ever and let one endanger the many. Your job, Captain, may be to keep us as a unit safe, but my job will be to keep those I deem trustworthy safe. And if that's a problem, then so be it. But that's going to keep being my job.
It's only a problem when you decide to take action because you've decided you no longer trust someone who is a core member of our group without speaking. I understand you don't trust Mitski. I can't ask you to. I can't control that. What I'm asking you to do is respect that we are all moving parts in a very large working machine. And if one of those parts goes rogue, we all bear the brunt of it. We'll all go down for it. The dead zone is not something that will just let things fall apart in peace. If it sees an opening, it will take it. Frankly, we're lucky it didn't just now.
I agree. I have one more question for you, Captain, because
Hmm.
you all might think that I blame Mitski today. I don't, actually. Because there was one point a shred that makes Mitski a little more trustworthy than you, and that's Mitski told you to a degree about all this, and you didn't tell us, Captain.
I am the captain? Do you think maybe if I'd went around spilling everyone's secrets, because let's be clear, Mitski is not the only person who's confided things in me, which, Ben, I think you might want to remember when you think about things that have been told to me that I don't speak
What?
for
That the Dead
personal
Zone
reasons.
speaks to me? That the Dead Zone wants to keep me here, Captain? You know so much about the Dead Zone. I came to you,
Correct.
trusted, and asked you this. Maybe you should start learning how to keep us together, as a unit. Maybe we should all speak to each other rather than keeping things to ourselves. And since you know so much about the Dead Zone, since you know the Dead Zone will tear us apart, why would you not have said that? Why would you not want us to speak to each other?
I have been warning everyone of the dangers of the Dead Zone from the minute I stepped on this deck. Do not pretend otherwise. Now, maybe I haven't been specific about all the dangers, but did you think about the fact that maybe if you stand behind someone 24 hours a day saying the last people who went and died horrible deaths, we could very well meet those same deaths. Did you think maybe that would create just like a bad morale on the ship? I am captain, and I have been captain of many ships with many crews for a very long time. I can't say we've faced anything worse than the Dead Zone, but I can tell you the number one thing that undoes crews, that kills ships and crews, it is doubt in each other. You have to know the person at your back is going to watch it. And running around spreading everyone's secrets, what's that going to do? Make everyone not trust each other? We would have died 2 planets ago. I understand you want knowledge. I respect that. As captain, I'm telling you, you don't want the knowledge you think you do.
I can attest to that. Ben, when Mitski started to speak, you drew your weapon on her. I can tell you now, I have lied to you on this journey. Sometimes people lie.
Knowledge isn't what I want. And you say doubt kills teams. What I want is trust. And right now, I don't have any in any of you. So do with that what you will. And yeah, I've made some mistakes today. But think about trust versus doubt and which one we can achieve as a team. Because I agree with you, Captain. But I think you all can say that we have no reason other than survival to actually trust each other. And I don't think I'm wrong for having that. And I think Ben just begins to walk away towards the ship.
Point of order, float away.
Float away towards the ship.
Angrily floating away.
Angrily floats.
As Ben, truly Ben's first step away, Mitski just standing, listening, dissociating to the Shardkeeper sobbing.
The Shardkeeper has vanished.
Okay, cool. Just as that eventually fades away, she's gonna kind of still through tears, she'll just softly say your name, and if you don't turn back, that's okay. But she just says, Ben.
He doesn't turn around, but he stops.
This is not the direction I had in mind. I was thinking all of you were going to have Ben's same reaction.
What if you had said that you have someone out here that... And I still don't think he turned around. I only reacted that way because I figured my life was in danger. And it's not that And I think he turns around and says, Ellison, you just said you've lied to me. I'm assuming, for the same relative reasons that Mitski didn't tell me, or any of us except for Andromeda,
Ben.
about this. No, I'm not blaming you, believe me.
No,
But
I just need to stop you.
I'll go on.
Self-preservation and survival are definitely your things. I've done risky and terrible things to get the information that I've wanted. Clearly, this being the number one. And I am not known for survival. My family is not one for survival. Because my parents died in that excavation. In broad daylight on live television. So, my sense of survival and what lengths it takes to get certain information, even if it is about family or something. Sometimes when things are also forcibly withheld from you, like I was, or was done to me after that. You forget about people. You only think about those who are dead. And in some respect, honestly, now that I think about it, I don't think I feared death when they told me that was that if I was going to free them, all of you would die. And in my mind, I said, in whatever way, I'll just protect them. I'll persuade whatever god that I have to. Because they're not involved with this, and they don't need to be, as I have roped in many a person in my life into a terrible, what ended up just being the scheme of knowing me. I've made a mistake. And I need you to know that I have to reevaluate many things after that. And that will depend, me sharing that information will depend on many things, namely your survival, all of your survival, because you don't need to be roped into any rushed decision that I make. But I will never disallow you from involving yourself. There's nothing I can do about that, so I'm not going to even try. I'm sorry, Ben.
The secrets we keep, no matter how devastating they may be, I will accept as long as I trust. Remember that, all of you. And I think Ben just keeps going. Oh, and you can't know how anyone is going to react to something that might be devastating until you tell them. And then he leaves.
Walk towards the ship. Float towards the ship.
I hang back and kind of linger by Andromeda.
She looks pissed.
I can bring us back whenever you want.
I mean, the others, they seem to be going back to the ship, so... I mean, we'll have to go back together, I'm assuming, or else they'll get stuck.
I mean, I shouldn't be able to. It's about the most magic I can do. But, I can. Funny.
Yeah. I think I might take my time coming back. You're welcome to walk with me if you'd like. I think as captain I have a lot to think about the number of threats that were made in a very short amount of time.
Yep.
You know, it's foolish of me to think it would be any different. I guess.
Well, it's pretty in character for everyone, don't you think? Mitsuki was arrogant enough to believe she could bargain all our lives and protect us. And Ben was honest enough to think that everyone would be acting the same.
Yeah.
It's not really surprising. They all just acted exactly how they have been for the last however many weeks.
Yeah, I don't know how much of this journey is left, but I'm hoping... I don't know. Seems like a pretty big clash, and I don't know what's gonna come out the other side of it.
Make a survival check, Andromeda.
Okay. I guess I could do that. Oh, garbage. That's my survival. I can't read. Oh, it's a +0. That's a 9. Am I doing so good?
You're not even halfway through the dead zone.
Oh. Sick! That's great! That's fun. That's fine information for me, James, to process. Yeah. Yeah. We have a long way to go. And... this doesn't stop, I don't know. Now listen. I can only ask you to cast this spell so many times, you know.
It's pretty effective.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice little timeout.
Yeah, I can't feel my body here. It's kind of nice.
We don't have time to unpack that. That was James. Yeah. Do you know how long this... Well, I don't want everyone else to get stuck. I just kind of wanted to go for a walk. And it feels safer to do it in this little plane.
It's a pretty good opportunity to explore the planet without getting eaten. That's all I'd say.
That's true. And I mean, in fairness, if they wanted to go back, they shouldn't have left us. I don't know, what do you say? Alan? Allison, you just want to go for a little walk? Poke around? Let them cool off, hopefully, in a plane where I don't think they can hurt each other, I think? I don't think so. Is that true?
Can you die in the ethereal plane?
If you die in the ethereal plane, you die in real life.
I don't know.
Well, we'll find out because we're leaving them alone together.
Yep. Woof.
Well, if they get in
Then
a fight, I'll just run really fast back and stop them.
Nice. That's good because I'm not fast.
You
So.
can't run here, kid.
I'll float really fast.
Naruto float.
everyone at this point does notice that Shopkeeper is no longer there. And neither is Mitsu's robe that was left on the ground. Mitsuki and Ben are kind of walking in the direction of the ship, right? That's what both of you said you were doing. Alan, Andromeda, Ellison, where are you? You're just walking around randomly, seeing what you can see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off because now we're in the ethereal plane. It's not really cold anymore, and Alan gave me that coat. I'm gonna like take it off, put it back over Alan's shoulders, and just give him like a rub and a squeeze, and say,
It's like a crop top now because I cut the bottom off for you.
Oh yeah.
"Sounds a lot."
Can I try to lead us? Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just gonna like reassure Alan and just kind of check in.
Yeah, I'm trying to lead us on paths we didn't take before, really quick.
Sure, yeah. I mean, you could head in like a different direction entirely.
Yeah.
I mean, you see, unless you're looking for anything in particular, you see exactly what I described before. All sorts of weird shadow monsters that kind of seem to be snapping at each other and at any movement that they sense in like trees and in other places. Everything, every bit of nature seems to be like long gone at this point. And there's like the dust and the ash and the snow.
Sick.
You okay, kid?
No.
No.
Officially lost words, and then I think I gained another one. Right in that. So. And I think I already ruined it.
Why?
In the journals, Mitsuki wrote that if she ever wanted a kid, she'd want one like me, and I would want that too, and I think that's why she ended up coming with us, which means I just asked her to give up something way too big for me. I don't think I'm worth that.
As someone who's seen probably more of the galaxy and the planes and past and present and future than I ever would have liked, I can say that we don't get to decide how much we're worth to other people. And I think anyone would be lucky to call you family. You cut out, my love. I'm so sorry.
But they forgot me. We have bigger things to worry about. Right now, it's fine.
Hey, Andy, you go on ahead. I'm just gonna sit down a minute. I just like take like Alan's hand and like float or sit down on like a fucking step or something and like pull them down.
Andromeda will like politely take a couple steps and then do that thing, like what I imagine is the fantasy equivalent of pretending to text someone on your phone, which I think is just kind of like stare at like a tree or something. Wow, cool tree. But out of earshot, out of range.
Hey, you want a hug? Just pull an arm around and just like kind of hold him. Don't say anything. Just pat your hair.
Have you noticed how we're all kind of impossible?
It did cross my mind, yeah.
Okay. I know we all came for different reasons here. Some of us chose to. Can pretty much guarantee all of us had ulterior motives. Some of us were told to. But I think, despite it all, there is a reason. It's us who came. Because I don't really think any of us make any sense, even in the context of people don't make sense, like, inherently. You've got shadows in your veins that's creeping up. I was raised in a library that doesn't make any sense. Andromeda, who knows what's going on with that? Like, we're all... I think what I'm trying to say is we're too impossible to not be able to figure out what to do next. And if that means that it takes a while to figure out how to free Mitsuki's friend in a way that doesn't kill us all, I think I would trust nobody else in the whole world that I know to do that. And again, I don't know many people, but all the people I do know are really smart. I would trust us over them. And I think we'll figure out why the dead zone is calling to Ben and also me and asking us to stay and keep going. Because it doesn't make sense that there's a world in which we don't.
I think you're right, kid. I think the people who fight the hardest to live are the people who already dying a little bit inside.
Yeah. I'll kind of break from the hug and hold out my fist to you and just go, cave buddies.
Yeah, this is the... Okay. Cave buddies.
Everyone can take as much time as they would like to recuperate, to cool off from what happened. But eventually, I'd love to know, however long it takes, what happens next.
I mean, we probably go back to the ship. It seemed like that's where everyone was going.
Mm-hmm.
If not, we're just gonna wander through the ethereal plane trying to find each other forever, I guess.
Sure. So you all make it back to the ship?
How many hours did we make it? Like, was it truly like less than 5 hours?
It depends on how long you guys took to get back.
Ben, being the ranger of the group, gets back there first. Also, he left first.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
it's-
Ellison, Alan, Andromeda, how long are you taking to yourselves before joining the rest of them?
I think personally no more than a couple of hours, just because I was
Yeah.
anxious about the other two.
we just don't make the 24 hours like at all, though.
No, we'll call it 6.
Okay.
Yeah, you all end up back at the ship. You cannot like touch it or board it yet because you're not in that plane, but you're there. You can see Burke hurriedly running around trying to fix something in the engine room.
We're about to scare the shit out of them.
Yeah, I'll just turn up, and if I see the other two, so let me know when you want to go back. And you figured out what you're doing here.
When I go back on the ship.
Everyone else?
That's fine.
I'm sorry, by the way. I know that was a big piece of magic I just inflicted on all of you, but needs warranted it. I will ask next time.
Do we think, just on the side of caution, since it doesn't seem like whatever was going to happen with the magic business here happened, should we, do you think, step like 20 feet off the ship just in case it's like fire related and then we set our ship on fire? That seems like a... This is mostly James. God. Just to be safe.
Sounds
Do the
good.
effects still happen even in the ethereal plane?
Well, I'm wondering if like when we get back, if like the spell
Oh.
finishes, you know what I mean?
Mm. Very fair, yeah. Let's step off the ship.
Just to be safe. If the ship burns down, that's gonna be bad.
You walk 20 feet away.
Great.
Yeah, kind of crazy that it worked. I never did that spell before. We could have ended up anywhere, basically. Anyway, let's hold hands.
This is fine.
Everybody holding hands, everybody willing.
Yeah.
Okay, you pop back into the material plane. Go ahead and mark off that spell slot, Jess. No roll required.
My God. Ben just like... Alright, and then goes to the ship.
Cool. I have a very important question that I need to ask. Are you guys staying in the ship and docked? Are you leaving? What's happening once you get back on the ship?
Andromeda's not taking the ship off without Mitsuki's consent. If someone
Mitsuki.
wants to try and wrestle it from me, they can, but this is pretty fucking high.
Does it?
What's going through your mind at this point?
Oh, yeah. Alan's words, the fact that she would have almost preferred Ben to kill her, to, like, one, spitefully prove something, two, to intersow more chaos, but also, at this moment, mainly, number 3, in just this complete deflation of confidence. And it's almost sort of like this hourglass with an abundance of sand. All of a sudden, there was so much more to go, but all the sand went down at once. And all of her motivation to study and learn more things, despite being maybe like just at the heels of where the gods are and what role they take now, and the fact that Asunder is still around and we interacted with him, it would have been so much more of like not even a scholarly but like a divine achievement. But she doesn't care about that. All she's hearing is like the echoing of the Shardkeeper's voice, and how she's never had any doubt towards the Shardkeeper until literally meeting them for the first time. And she doesn't like that feeling, but she also still knows and is connected to, and to herself knows that she will come back and there will be a loophole that she can smart girl, burn her brain through. And if she has to beg whoever's out there to do it, there is something. She's never been self-sacrificial. She's never been a martyr, like never had that complex. But she's finding worth in that option, but at the moment just like turns her brain off. And she's gonna like just sort of, unless Andromeda like stops her to talk, like maybe for tonight, she's just gonna go to the greenhouse and sleep there with like all the flowers.
I think Andromeda doesn't stop you.
With the ship docked, a sense of unease settling over the crew. And the first time you have failed your mission, that is where we are going to end our session. Thank you all so much for joining us for episode 10 of Tales from Beyond the Dead Zone. We will catch you in 2 weeks to see what happens next, but we'll also see you on Saturday and next Wednesday and next Thursday and so many other times before then. Take care of yourself, drink some water, do some deep breathing exercises after that tense ride. And we will see you next time. Don't forget, don't get dead. Bye.